Welcome to another episode of The Wave, the Wonderful Alberni Valley Experience. I'm your host, as usual, Don Texon. I'm coming to you via Zoom right here from my little living room that I set up for the show. And as always, we are featuring people or individuals who are here to share their wonderful Alberni Valley experience. And I'm so excited today because my guest is a former castmate in the successful play that the Portal Players staged last year. We was Mamma Mia, I was there, and Jon was there, my guest was there, and we had a blast. But more important, Jon is a frontline worker here in Port Alberni, and he's here to share with us today his wonderful Alberni Valley experience. In spite of the crisis, in spite of all the hard work and all the stuff he's been through, he continues to have a wonderful Alberni Valley experience. So without much ado, here's Jon, Mr. Jon Vasco. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Okay, Jon, let's start with where you came from. You told me you came from Colombia. So let's start from there.
Born and raised in Colombia in South America. Always liked it down there, but again, there's always better possibilities somewhere. So I decided to leave Colombia and I went from city to city in the States for about 9 years until I decided to come to Canada. I arrived into Ontario. It was the middle of the winter with 6 feet of snow.
Oh my God.
I decided I'm out. So we went to the West Coast. I was living in Abbotsford, in which I was working and also doing my nursing program. Graduated and started working as a nurse. And this is who I am. I left Colombia. I do speak Spanish. And yeah, it's
okay. Okay, you speak Spanish. Say, I love Port Alberni in Spanish.
Oh, yo amo Port Alberni. Me encanta.
Okay. Yo amo
Port
Port
Alberni.
Alberni. Okay. How about like, I love Port Alberni very much. So yo amo Port Alberni mucho. Okay. So anyway, let's just backtrack a little bit. So you came from Colombia. You went to Ontario, where there was so much snow, no surprise. But you said you went to the States first before you came to Canada.
Correct.
Okay, so how long were you in the States, in the US?
For 10 years because
Wow, 10 years.
I left Colombia when I was 18, well, close to be 19. And I left the States when I was 28, close to be 29. So yeah, about 10 years.
Yeah, so what part of the States were you in? So the States and Toronto is what I call your PAVE, your pre-Alberni Valley experience. So that's your PAVE. You don't really... So your PAVE was, you went to the States when you were 18. Who was with you? Did you go to the States by yourself?
Yes.
Oh, wow, you're quite the adventurer. And then you went to Toronto by yourself and you went to British Columbia by yourself. So you didn't have any family. So why the States first?
I did have family and people that I knew in the States.
Uh-huh.
And again, I left Colombia always looking for a better future. But then again, I find out that the States are not what they...
Well, thank God you're not there now.
But yeah, so I decided to just move forward.
Okay, definitely you moved forward, or upward actually.
Yeah.
So what part of the States were you in?
Well, I went also from city to city because I actually started in Mississippi. I lived there for a year. Then I moved to Nebraska. I lived there for 2 years.
Oh my God.
I moved to Colorado, then Minnesota, and I lived in New York for about another 2 years.
Wow. So you've lived in so many fabulous cities and yet you love it in Port Alberni. How cool is that?
Yeah.
Right.
I do
That
have
is so cool.
and definitely it's, yeah, I won't
Okay, so
change.
let's go. Let's forget about your pay, but let's go to the wave. So you went from Abbotsford. You became a nurse in Abbotsford, an LPN. So there's a difference between a LPN and an RN, right?
Correct.
Yeah. What is the difference? I mean, just a little bit of information.
Well, LPN is known for a licensed practical nurse, also as I like to call it, lowest paid nurse. Uh, but anyway,
Okay.
LPN and RNs, again, the scope of practice is basically what we can do. We don't have as much of a scope as an RN will have. And again, it's basically most responsibilities and other different stuff. But yeah, we're basically like mini RNs, and
Oh, I
eventually,
see.
yeah, we will eventually. I would like to become an RN because as LPNs, we can then further go down as RN.
Oh, okay. That's very interesting. And so you moved from Abbotsford to Port Alberni because you met somebody and he was here in Port Alberni, and so you were like interested or curious to see what Port Alberni was all about. And what did you find in the wonderful Alberni Valley? Tell us about that.
Well, it was amazing. I'm not gonna lie. The first few times, it was like, oh my God, this is small. Again, I was coming from Abbotsford, Mission, Surrey area,
New
so I'm like,
York.
exactly. So it's like, oh my God, this is very small. But then again, it was during the summer, and then I went to Banfield for the first time. I fished. I went fishing for the first time ever in Port Alberni, and it was an awesome experience.
There you
Um,
go.
Again, the trails. I have done trails. I went to Whistler. I've done the Stambong Chief. Um, and I don't think ever compares to what you can find here in the surroundings of Port Alberni.
Oh, wow, that's so cool.
It was very cool, very awesome, and also something that brought me with very like a lot of interest. It was actually Ty Watson.
Oh, yes, yes, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah, I will
I
be
actually,
interviewing Teresa Livingston of Ty Watson sometime soon. Actually, she's scheduled for an interview on Friday, and we're gonna dress up for the gala, like the gala is happening. So we're gonna dress up in our Ty Watson outfit.
oh my God, that's
So
wonderful.
watch for that on Friday, on the next week, actually. Anyway, so continuing with your wonderful Alberni Valley experience, how long have you been here now?
I moved on February of 2018, so it's been a little bit over 2 years.
Okay, and so those 2 years have been wonderful, and not to mention, you are a frontline worker because you are in the healthcare industry, right? So currently, you're working at where are you working at? The Rainbow something?
Rainbow Gardens, yeah, it's here in Port Alberni. Again, also proud of be working in town and in Port Alberni with a lot of people that are, of course, living in here. It's Rainbow Gardens is it's a long-term care facility. But again, we're trying to keep all our older generation from all these COVID pandemic. It's really rewarding, but again, even during these times, we have to become kind of their family and their entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it is still very nice, and I love what I'm doing.
Okay, so the Rainbow facility is okay. Okay, the Rainbow facility is okay, and you're working there now as a like a caregiver or something.
Yes, I'm working as a nurse, so basically, again, we have to be sure that everybody's safe. We have to measure temperatures, take care of everybody every day, medications and stuff. So yeah, basically nursing jobs and making sure that everybody's safe. And
Okay. Now, part of your Alberni Valley experience is you were cast in Mamma Mia as the ensemble, not the chorus line, right? So you were more special than I was in the chorus line, and I had a speaking part as Father Alessandro. But you were in the chorus line, and if I'm not mistaken, you were the only guy in the chorus line.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were.
so tell us a little bit about that experience. You were the
Um,
only guy and the tallest person.
oh, talking about that, it was like four girls next to me, and it was very nice. Again, the majority of them were from the choir,
Mhm.
from the Sino. So I definitely I got to know them a little bit better. We kind of became a little bit of a family within ourselves because we
Were
had
you
to be.
also with the C notes?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. So we got to know each other better, and it was very fun. Of course, with all the dancing and
Oh
stuff,
my God, yeah, don't know why.
even even better. It made the experience so much enjoyable.
The singing and the dancing.
Yes, and also definitely being the tallest. It was quite also an experience, especially with the props.
It was an amazing experience, and that's one to add to your wonderful Alberni Valley experience. And I
Definitely.
understand, some time ago you were in a car accident. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
Yes. It was not too long ago. Well, actually, like about February. Um, it was raining a lot. I decided to take my little one for um for a walk down to the beach, down to Waterfront Beach,
Mm-hmm.
also known as Canal Beach. But anyway, I was leaving, and on my way out, I was going up the hill. And again, it was raining a lot. The car just kind of started spinning and went into that little hill into the curve, and it went on its side and eventually kept rolling. So yeah, it was quite
Oh my.
a little bit scary. Fortunately, I was okay, and my little four-legged friend was okay too. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, it was a little bit scary. It was like nothing ever happened, and I was toughing it out. And that same day, I needed to go to work, so I'm like, put my brave face on and went to work. And I
What? You went to work in spite of coming on an accident? My God.
yeah, with like scratch face and stuff, and I'm like, I have to be there. And as
Oh
soon
my
as I
God.
got there, the nursing, that I was relieving, he's like, I'm sorry, but you are going to the hospital. So
Yeah,
yeah,
good for you. Good for him.
yeah. Again, they say nurses are the worst patients.
So how has it been for you? So you're still working though, because you are on the front line basically, right?
Yeah, basically today is a wonderful little bit of a day off because I still have to work during the night. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, it's been kind of crazy. I just finished working 8 days straight. So again, we're doing what we can and definitely keeping everybody safe or trying.
Well, kudos to you for all your hard work and your dedication. I mean, even coming from an accident, you're willing to go to work still. And this was even not even COVID crisis yet.
Exactly.
So, what are the things that you liked in Port Alberni? I'm curious to know what are some of the things that like stood out for you and like caught your attention and increased your interest in Port Alberni.
Um, how how relaxed and how chill the town was. Also traffic.
No traffic. There's no such. What's that?
Exactly.
No
And
paid parking. You don't have to
exactly.
pay for parking anywhere.
Yes. Also, shopping experiences. It's less people. Also, I like the community. I've noticed that um, people look out for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Again, like every city and every part of the world have its downs. But I noticed that about Port Alberni. Pretty much, it's a lot of people are related to each other, so they try to have like to keep each other protected.
Oh, that's true.
And also, Port Alberni has little like hidden gems, like like the fisherman's bread. So food and different stuff, like fashion too, because like your lovely top, and the same for
Thank you.
fabulous. So we all have different little stuff, little gems in
Hmm.
Port Alberni.
That's true. We have the Bluefish Gallery, which has a lovely
Love.
selections. We have the Bavarian, Little Bavaria, that little German restaurant that's been here for like, I don't know, 1,000 years. I know.
Which which the German in me loves it.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, you're German? You're part German?
I'm a quarter German. My great grandfather was a 7 feet tall German.
Oh, that explains your height. You're what, 6'5" or something? What is your
Six
height? Sorry?
6'6".
Oh my God. Yeah, I was getting a nosebleed just looking up at you. I mean, even my experience with you was that your first play? What was your first project with the Capitol Theater? Of course,
Yes,
after the C notes, right?
yes, but it was, yes, definitely like my first time ever in something that elaborated, I should say. Um, but I have done, small little things in college and school, I mean, in high school, but nothing like these. And it was quite an experience. Again, not having any experience or background or anything. It was a little nerve-wracking. Um, but again, being in the group and all people from Port Alberni giving all that and coming together and
Mm-hmm.
giving each other all that extra resilience and all that extra oomph to going out, it was unbelievable. It was a wonderful experience in Port Alberni. I love it.
So do you see yourself staying longer here in Port Alberni?
Yes,
Since you are young and you're, prone to adventure, seeing how you're adventurous, you've been in the States, you're in different cities in the States. And so how does Port Alberni feel to you as of now? Is this long term? Are you in love forever or?
yes. I think I'm in love forever, and I'm in love forever. Uh, I think it's like I even told my mom, Mom, I think I finally found home,
Oh,
which is like, what are
wow.
you talking about? Yes, I found home. This is the actual first time that I don't feel like I need to be somewhere else, or that I
Wow.
need to be looking for something else, or for a place that I need to feel like I belong. That's the thing. Port Alberni has given me the power to feel that I'm home, no matter where I am, or like, I don't know if you know what I mean, but you know what I mean. It's like,
Yeah,
it's
I know what you mean.
home.
I'm an outsider too, right?
Exactly. So it's that peace within, like, I'm home. And even on the first, the first few times that I was like back and forward from the mainland, a few times it was like literally when I coming off the ship and just
Mm-hmm.
going into Nanaimo, tears come rolling down my face, because even
Wow.
just the island atmosphere, and even coming into Port Alberni, going down the
The
hill,
hump.
it was like, ah, it was really,
Oh, what a wonderful sentiment. Well,
yeah.
it's also worth mentioning that, like you and me, we are both open members of the LGBTQ community. I'm curious to know, like, how you feel about being part of the LGBT community, like how you feel about how Port Alberni has treated you as a member of that community.
Um, Well, again, I coming from Colombia, in which it's a big taboo, and
Mm-hmm.
somehow also being in New York, in which you can hold hands, kiss,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody cares, to coming here, in which you have a little bit of both sides. Um, I've I have feel a little bit um, I, definitely more accepted, because again, Abbotsford is not a very accepting city.
Oh, okay.
But definitely more accepting. Again, we still have a lot of older generation here in Alberni, and I have even seen it in with the long-term care facility, because a lot of people actually say, hey, hi, I'm John, I'm your nurse, and a lot of people say, oh, where's your skirt?
Oh, really?
Yeah, so small little comments like that, because older generation around here, they have.
Well, you should have said, like when they ask you, where's your skirt? Well, you should have said, I'm not Scottish.
No, I
I'm
usually just
German.
say,
I'm not Scottish. So I don't wear a skirt. But I do.
no, I usually say, oh no, I didn't shave today.
That's a good one. But overall, have you found the the atmosphere welcoming and non-threatening?
Yeah, I don't think I feel threatened. You definitely see that, like.
Well, you're pretty tall. I mean, it's hard to threaten you with your size and your build.
Well, maybe that helps too.
I guess it helps.
But
Well, in my
no,
part, I never felt threatened. There are some people who tease, but that's all there is. It's just teasing and, comments and stuff like that. But threatened, no, I've never felt threatened.
no. And
Even if I'm
again,
not as tall as you. But I do wear heels, so it helps.
yeah, and again, there's ignorance and stupidity everywhere.
That's true.
But we, as a community, we need to start again with humor, with anything that you can get. Just
Hmm.
start toning down those and giving it back. That's
Oh,
what we need.
definitely. We're smarter. We're more. I consider our kind. I just say it. I just consider ourselves like we're more highly evolved. So we have, in a way, a better degree of understanding and intelligence. Not to say
Yeah,
that they're not, but there are some people who are stuck in their old ways, in their old traditions, and you find that anywhere. But by and large, it's not a majority here in Port Alberni. For the most part, I think Port Alberni is very accepting and is very welcoming to all cultures and orientations or whatever. As long as you're a nice person, you're a good fit here in Port Alberni because all the people here are so nice. This is a community with a warm heart and a big heart. And I'm
yeah.
glad that you are part of our community. So
Thank you.
welcome to the Alberni Valley Experience and have a wonderful Alberni Valley experience as well. So when it comes to I know this is a little bit personal, but you don't have to answer if you don't. So when it comes to the love departments, are you available? Are you detached? Are you in a
I
relationship?
I am fantastically in love.
Okay.
I'm still with the person that I fell in love and decided to move to Port Alberni for.
Oh, there you go.
So we're still together and loving it. Again, sharing Port Alberni with someone, it's great. And even by yourself, it is even great too.
Uh-huh.
But yes, I'm in a relationship, in a long-term relationship.
You're in a long-term care relationship.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna end up after this and the COVID thing.
Uh-huh, of course.
uh,
Okay, before we go, I'd like you to describe your first day setting foot in Port Alberni. What was it like for your first time to you're coming to live here, so your first day in Port Alberni, what did you feel like?
when I came to live,
Yeah.
um, it was scary because I left my friends, everything in the mainland, but I thought to myself, it's home. Because again, I thought since the first time, like I say, I even got goosebumps when I arrived here, and I knew it was gonna be for a long time. I didn't know that it was gonna be forever, but I knew it was gonna be for a long time. After all this time, I'm here to stay.
Yeah, it feels like forever. Oh my God, that just caps it off. It feels like forever. The
Yeah,
wonderful Alberni Valley Experience. It does feel like forever. Thank you, Jon, for being on the show today. And we will
thank you
catch you
for
next
having me.
time on the way. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm
Okay,
sure we have lots more to look forward to in the days to come. Yes, it is a wonderful place to be in. And that's the same way I felt like you, Jon. Coming to Port Alberni felt like forever. So, again, I tell you, welcome to the Alberni Valley Experience. We'll catch you next time on the way.